Bruno Fernandes sounds the alarm. After Manchester United's humbling West Ham defeat, we can't just focus on the Europa League final. At the Theatre of Dreams, the nightmares continue. Manchester United suffered their 17th Premier League defeat of the season in a sobering 2-0 loss to West Ham United on Sunday afternoon. The air at Old Trafford, once electrified by title hopes and top-four ambitions, now hangs heavy with a grim reality. This is one of the club's worst league campaigns in decades. Goals from Thomas Soucek and Jared Bowen, clinical, composed, and completely unchallenged, handed the visitors a rare but deserved victory. It was a performance that exposed United's ongoing issues: lack of intensity, lack of identity, and perhaps most damning, lack of fight. And now, with only 2 matches left to salvage pride in the league, United's captain Bruno Fernandes is refusing to let the club's upcoming Europa League final serve as a convenient distraction. It's not enough. Fernandes speaks out. In the aftermath of yet another home collapse, their 9th Premier League defeat at Old Trafford this season, Bruno Fernandes stood in front of Sky Sports cameras with brutal honesty and a warning that echoed beyond the locker room. "We can't just only focus on the Europa League final," he declared. "We have to put maximum effort on every game." It was a captain's cry for urgency, an admission that Manchester United's season isn't simply waiting for one last hurrah in Europe. It's unraveling in front of their eyes. Just days earlier, United had battered Athletic Bilbao 4-1 to reach the Europa League final, setting up a high-stakes clash with Tottenham Hotspur. It was a brief reprieve from the storm, a chance to dream again. But against West Ham, reality came crashing down, fast and hard. "We have to be much better. We have to be more aggressive," Fernandes added. "Any points in the Premier League at this moment for us will be massive." That's not the sound of a team coasting toward a trophy. That's a captain sounding the alarm. From fortress to freeway, Old Trafford's eroding aura. Once an impenetrable fortress, Old Trafford has become a revolving door for opponents leaving with all 3 points. Since Ruben Amorim's appointment in mid-November, Manchester United have managed to win just 3 league games at home, against Everton, Southampton, and Ipswich Town. None of those sides currently sit in the top half of the table. All 3 were bottom-dwelling sides desperately trying to avoid the drop. In stark contrast, the loss to West Ham marked their 9th league home defeat, a figure unthinkable during the eras of Sir Alex Ferguson or even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The once proud home of English football has become a shadow of itself. It's not just about losing, it's how United are losing. Listless first halves, panic-stricken defending, and a complete absence of structure are painting an ugly picture for one of the world's most storied clubs. Soucek, Bowen exploit, United's fragility. Thomas Soucek opened the scoring just before the break with a header that was less about power and more about positioning, ghosting past defenders who barely seemed to notice his presence. Then came Jared Bowen's strike shortly after the interval, a darting run, a clinical finish, and not a single red shirt in sight to offer resistance. It was a sequence symbolic of United's season, reactive rather than proactive, fragile rather than fierce. There was no real pushback, no late surge to rally the crowd. Just another uninspired home performance ending with boos and blank stares. From the Stretford end, Fernandes, the lone voice. Amid the collapse, for all the criticism Bruno Fernandes has received over the years, theatrical reactions, questionable body language, the occasional risky pass, there's no denying he cares. And on Sunday he looked like a man playing against the tide. His frustration was evident, not just in words, but in his effort. He pressed higher, yelled louder, gestured furiously at teammates to close down space, but he couldn't do it alone. "Everyone wants to score goals," he said post-match. "It's not been our season to get the goals in. We have to improve in that." The captain's comments reflect a deeper issue, the disconnect between effort and execution. Manchester United are not short on talent, but they are alarmingly short on cohesion. Looking ahead, a fork in the road, with 2 league games left against Chelsea and Aston Villa, the path is clear. Fight or fade. United are currently winless in their last 7 league fixtures. Their top-half finish, something once considered a bare minimum, is now under serious threat. Every point matters, not just for pride, but for the club's future in European competition. Fernandes knows this. The squad knows this. The fans most certainly know this. But will the performances reflect that urgency? Chelsea, resurgent under new management.